Hello, in this module we are going to discuss how to identify the naming conventions and how to navigate so that you know exactly what standards are included in each marking period. One of the best features about this pilot gradebook is that we have organized the standards based on marking period. Now, those marking period standards and the way they're organized are totally built around the essential curriculum and your modules. So what is labeled marking period 1 is what is going to be included in your marking period 1 modules. So I think that's something that makes life a lot easier. So if you come up to here to where it says gradebook, again, you need to log into Synergy, find the gradebook. We're going to create a new assignment again. So I'm going to we're just going to say testing standards. This is just a test. I'm going to select, let's just say homework this time. We're going to do reading. Again, I want to make sure that this always defaults to WCPS Standards Rubric 1 to 4. My category is going to be normal. And I want to make sure that I show this on the portal. I'm going to scroll down to where my standards are. And this button plays a little bit of a role, the options buttons here and here. This really allows you to see the details. Now, the codes are the way that Synergy and the IT department has entered these standards. And when we're organizing standards or looking for them, we want to pay attention to the code. So either way, if you leave the code on, it just shows you much more detail. I prefer to minimize my code just because I don't like a lot of things on my screen. But I want to make sure that I am including all standards over here. So I'm going to click all standards. And since my assignment was a reading standard, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pick, let's do literature text this time. And I really want to pay attention to this code. This is the code that identifies what standard this is as well as what marking period it belongs to. So the way that this is coded is that the first number is the grade level. So as you can see, this is grade 1. The MP is marking period, and this says 1. So all of our standards are in here based on our modules. So you want to look for the particular number in which you're working on. So if you are working on module in a second marking period, then you want to find your grade level for today is grade 1, marking period 2. So as I scroll down here, I see 1, I see 3, and I see 4. I don't see anything in marking period 2, so that tells me that this standard is not assessed in marking period 2. If I go to another set of standards, I can look for marking period 2, which I find right here. So again, this is your grade level, MP2, which is marking period 2. And if we scroll down, we can see grade level, marking period 3. And again, your grade level, marking period 4. Can you click on or select standards that are not in a marking period? Absolutely. And that standard will show up on the report card for the grade that the students earn. So if you select and create an assignment for a standard, let's just say the standard here, which is describe the connection between two individuals, events, ideas, or pieces of information in a text. We're working on this, let's say, marking period 1, but this standard is not included in the modules or assessed until marking period 4. I can still enter a grade or multiple grades, and that way the parent can see, okay, I am working currently on this standard, but it will show on the report card within the same marking period. So once I have selected my standards here, that I would like. So I am identifying all of my marking period 2 standards, let's just say. I come up here and I save my assignment. And now, as you can see on my gradebook, all of my standards are here. So I know once I have saved my assignment that it appears here on my main screen, my gradebook main screen. I want to make sure that I am selecting standard, because remember that when we are creating these assignments, they are assignments based on a standard. So we're moving from that shift of we're creating an assignment to we're creating assignments based on standards. So I want to make sure that I am looking at the standards view. And I can see this code appears again. I have marking grade 1, marking period 2. So these are the 4 standards that I just selected for my assignment. I'm sorry, the 5 standards I just selected for my assignment. And then I move over here and I have a 3rd grade, so I must have had a student who was working above grade level, marking period 1. So they are working way ahead, and I would like to enter an assignment for them. These are the standards. If I want to see the assignments behind those standards, or the assignments that support the standard, I click my little arrow and I can see all of the assignments that support that particular standard. If I come over here to marking period 3, I can see that this assignment supports this particular standard. So this is the end of this module with the naming conventions. Looking through your standards when you create an assignment and identifying the marking period will help tremendously when you are planning and creating different assignments. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next module.